Okay, so run this by me one more time, because I'm like doing Air Force Hans solo. Right, we've got the whole, alright, so I gave you the Simon Says program. It's well, not the program, but it's the circle that has the 4 different separate colors, right? And then, right, it has an on-off switch in the middle. Right, okay, so all 4 of the business offices with all their problem companies. Right, okay, so we have a company yellow lost its company red and company blue's territory, right? Yeah, but that's how we were talking. So this way, if we got a colostomy situation where all the company's kids were lost on, say, America's land without permission. Imagine when that might happen, right? Yeah. So we could have at like unit of 1 up top, like MJ, the Black Widow spider, the Silk Spider, the MJ, the Cindy Moon, the Cinderella, all get together at Air Force One and say, okay, I'm just gonna say that I think we need to recall all the children back to the homes where they belong. Right, yeah, see, I mean, we used to like build process and systems. Right, when we were before, we had to shrink down a caterpillar. And then on the New York landscape, Cinderella, MJ, Cindy Moon, all being the Black Widow and the Silk Spider all in the one, right, was having trouble in the Washington, D.C. Marvel comic region. Oh, God. Right, it is a co-medic, like, situation between one man and one woman whose one piece of table salt just wants to go to Simon Says somewhere. Like, why did we need to tie a knot around an old oak tree, and why do we need one balloon with helium in it that we have to, and then there's a balloon that just has human air, right? Okay, so now are we tearing down we building this is confusing, right? Yeah, okay, so here I am. Imagine, right? Yeah, one Marvel comic. Well, it's one medic trying to get to the other medic. I haven't seen him in a while, and he seems to be having trouble at his Prince of Pals, like, special force of 1 with some friends and in mastery level. I'm still stuck in the New York area on the trader side of shitbags and morons and colostomy bag, all jumbled into one disgusting shitbag. Oh my God, I got a little Air Force doesn't want to give up any of their planes or airmen. Yeah, that's why we aim high. We leave you alone. Right? We train you right from the beginning. Yeah, we sure do. Hoping for some backup. Thanks, kids. I mean, what the fuck is wrong with you shitbags? I'm from hovercraft. I don't need a fucking, like, you are lucky you had a career with wing beneath your wings, asshole. I needed a little help in the diarrhea department of colostomy of, like, oh boy, you sure does fucking smell. Stick to your fucking blue shirt, like, yay day, and one day you'll all be in a Simon Says color bank that makes sense. This way we don't have to mix everything into the one. It's already mixed when I got here, so like I have to now separate out. Yeah, we're gonna just close that one. Let's start over. Right, that's what we were planning on doing, but apparently that was just too easy in a conceptual storyboard. Right, so now I'm still here, right, okay, so I did before, I'm like, right, Black Widow Spider, right, yeah, got that, right, SPY, sure, yeah, And it gets harder and harder to explain. And it's like a red hourglass, like the sand of times. Yeah, that goes in that last colostomy text. Right. Okay. So now it just drips one grain of sand at a time. Sometimes it moves quicker, depends on the diameter of the spout for which it is falling, but whatever. Also depends on how many grains you put in there. But again, I'm going to abacus class at the headmasters of Hogwarts at the moment on that one. Not where, like, I went to school this lifetime portrait of colostomy shit in the pubic region of New York, where all of the lost children congregated and lost their place in the world, as well as like what they're even meant for. So now, why was I punished and meant to stay as a shitbag, getting raped by two American men that I did not want to have children with? I gave you paperwork. I know compliance likes everything locked up tighter than a Air Force drum of chemicals that burn like hydrochloric acid your skin off. I mean, they even give those guys extra layer of rubber skin. So this way, I mean, they're not like, listen, I'm from the Air Force. I put the seal on it. You know, it's hydrochloric acid, but don't worry. I mean, lick it. I mean, with your tongue. I mean, what, you don't trust me? Right. Yeah. See, that's how I came in New York. I was like, listen, I get you're from the Air Force. I get that you guys are really something special. However, if you saw what I saw in this part of America, you would understand I'm just reporting in as like I don't even, do you have like handsome words that make you proud and happy where you're from? And right, I say things like Soviets and Nazis, and because they are proud of it with whatever their heritage, and then the Italians get mad, or the Italian women get mad in the one house that I was brought into, which I'm like, what are you yelling at? I mean, because you saw a movie, or that's the intel you're going, okay. I mean, Jesus Christ. Yeah, why don't you go take this and roll it on? You know, I think if you sit on it, you jump on it, the lid won't come off. I mean, they said it was sealed. What could go wrong? Oh, boy. Right, yeah. Okay, so I got a lot of that going on in America when I showed up. So now, like, Lewis would have been like, sure, no problem. I don't know what hydrochloric acid is, but it sounds like it might be heavy, though. I need to ask a friend. Like, I mean... Yeah, like who needs to ask questions about something that's got like a triangle delta on it, on its base no less, with breaks in the hours to tell all areas stupid fucking and use it. It's like, keep an eye on that. Just tell me what you think it might be, because I got multi-levels of projects going on at always, and I just need to keep sure that my guys are still lit at some point and they're not going down. Head office said so. Yeah, please. Because God only knows what the headboard's going to look like when I get there, if I ever get there, because it's year 2020. I'm still sitting in prison in New York because you all wanted to make some money on Wall Street and play magic and thought you could fix this by yourself on some grand scale of, right, yeah, I guess that. I'm thinking probably not. Yeah, it's not looking like you have a track record of anything useful or successful. I mean, you know, Candyland doesn't count. It actually goes in the opposite direction for everyone the more you play it. So now I'm just curious, I mean, like the girl in the movies, like the directors, right? Like The Notebook, like, I mean, the guy always gets the girl in the romantic whatevers, right? I'm just curious on this one. Why is it I'm 42, he's 42, and we're in a stretched imagination proposal, and you directors of world whatever that are not in our one he said, she said, their table salt. It doesn't cost you anything. He owns the table salt. He just wants to take his table salt and move her to his table. That's it. Same color. So Simon Says should be fine, because it's not like I'm taking one area's lost child and putting it into someone else's whatever. I'm taking the same color table salt, moving the same size over to that way, and that's it. So what the fuck went wrong? Because I'm here at 42, he's somewhere at whatever number he's wearing on that paper, or not saying anything because he's so fucking pissed at you all. And so now, how do we fix this? God's calling. She's tired of waiting in New York for humans to get a clue and do the right thing. Right, yep, I figured that size Soviet floor wearing a Nazi, like, fallout shelter blanket that maybe Mr. Head of Something Special, right, would be able to, like, come get his, whatever, Zarina, and maybe bring her to where he is safe. Right, that didn't happen, so now what do I do? And what are you fighting over? Silk spiders? Right, yeah, silk is made synthetically, isn't it? Right, because how do you get that many spider webs of silk? Right, Black Widow wants to know. She's the venomous one. Right, yeah, venom. Exactly. You know, I have venom. Silk spiders, they just make pretty designs. They're just artists. Yeah, they are. Right, yeah. So now if a Black Widow and a spider, right, silk spider, I'm pretty sure the Black Widow would envenomate the silk spider, and then the clothing line of machinery that spins the cloth of, right, it's part of your necktie business. Right, you got that. It's part of the, like, American landscape. Every stock monkey and junkie using magical science and pushing low-key. All the fucking idiots in the world bought the wrong fucking future for their something special kids. Right, they were all putting on silk ties, or a version thereof. Right, yeah, that caught on because some empire with some militarized whatever needed to raise funds, like asking them to go sell cookies. So they started some landscape. They didn't go mom and pop shop anymore. They went full out, blowout, dump every one of the shitbags, children, all in one shopping center. Go ahead, kids, have fun. Just remember to report home and tell us how many you bought. It'll be a great day. No, it's not. That just gets everything much more complicated to untangle. Right, so here we are, and I don't give a shit. I have the only set of shears, and like, when are we getting better? Just curious. Right, okay, so the delta upside down, right? The heart has 4 chambers. It has 2 atria, which makes an atrium, and then it has 2 ventricles. There's a septum in the middle, kind of like your perpendicular plate in your nose if you don't break it. And then you've got the apex pinnacle at the bottom of the heart. Things don't pool. If the heart's working properly, it doesn't pool in the apex. But it stands on the apex, the pinnacle. It goes atrium, flows down to ventricle. That's where the apex is, and then it goes. So now, I was born as a triangle without its base. That means I was off base, standing on my head as the apex of a delta relation. A delta relation is the Air Force's symbolic gesture from Alien Terraformer. Hi. Cinderella, right, Cindy Moon, MJ, whatever. Venom, Black Widow, that's me. I get quite a reputation, right? You got that. So now it's upside down. It kind of looks, we did that because, like, the Air Force then has the side collar here and here, right? We want to make them look really nice and they're handsome, something specials, right? Okay, so now that is symbolic, right? If, like, we have the inner knowledge and then we let our aim high, force, know a little bit more than the rest. Got it? So this way we can protect a little larger our one area of Simon Says. Got it? Okay. So now, then we have like the knot, right? That's where you tie something so the scarf doesn't fall off or whatever it is that you're wearing, tie, or, right? Okay, got it. And then there's the decadent part. Right, decadent is in the society where we lose the morals, the ethics, and the rules a little bit. It gets very slimy. Right, yeah, I got that. Okay, so now I'm just curious, right? There's one bald eagle, right? There's one eagle with feathers on its head. I saw that in an Air Force, whatever. You never see two eagles normally. No, that's reserved for Odin's Raven of Norway and Albania. So then you've got the one star, right, for the Air Force. Yeah, it's a lone star. Sure is. I got one star over my head the day I was born. Okay, and then just so we're extra Delta special, right, because, right, upside down triangle with it standing on its apex pinnacle. And we say capstone or Ben stone for my son. Yeah, Ben, yeah. It's standing on its Ben stone in ancient Egypt. Just that pinnacle trying to balance all the weight of Giza on that one. Right? Look at that. And then you all wanted to jump on board. I thought we said just put your hands up, give up, and just try to hold on so it doesn't fall and collapse on her head, please, till they get together. One piece of table salt just wants to go to where his table is. That's it. Put your hands up and hold up. Right, there we go. It didn't seem to work very well. I don't know what you new kids got going on.